Welcome back to Theme Park Spark. Today is a date day at Disneyland, and Ryan is going to get to pick everything that we do today. He gets motion sick on some rides and isn't as big into roller coasters, so you're going to get to see the things that he enjoys the most at Disneyland. The train and Peter Pan might be on that list, we'll see. But first, we are only going to be here for a few hours where the kids are in school. So we did downtown Disney parking. That is only $10 if you get validation at a store or restaurant at downtown Disney. Now you have to spend at least $20. The closest place to do that to the parking entrance is at D-Lander, which is right over here. So the entrance from the parking lot for downtown Disney is down here. And then we went in Avengers Reserve at first. Kind of just, my son is really into comic books, so we thought we'd take a picture for him. They do not have gift cards, but D-Lander right next to it does have gift cards. And the lady even there was like, do you just want a $20 gift card? Because that's what you need for validation. So they're totally used to getting the $20 gift card for validation. So you can literally just come in right there, get a gift card right there, and then you have 4 hours of parking for only $10 plus the $20 gift card. But we'll end up spending that probably on lunch later or a souvenir, or we'll spend it at some point. You can also use gift cards at disneystore.com, and they could also be good gifts for anyone in your family or friends or teachers who like Disney. All right, so the first thing we are going to do, we have our tickets start at Disneyland, which means we can take the monorail into the park. This is the monorail entrance right here. I need to get my tickets out. Oh, they have new. Maybe we scan it ourselves. Here, I'll scan yours first, and then you can walk through. At the monorail entrance at downtown Disney, they have the new scanners where you can scan your park ticket yourself. Okay, here, hold this. I'll scan yours first.
This is me, right?
That's him.
Alright, hold on please, sir.
Oh.
Thank you, now it'll open.
Does this take us to California? No, Disneyland Park.
All right. I actually think that feels like it takes a little bit longer than it used to. I think that's what they're doing to all the gates. That's why they've been doing construction. That's the way all the entrance is going to be in the near future, where you will scan it yourself. I'm sure it'll get faster as people get used to it, but if it's your one and only trip to Disneyland, you're not going to be used to it ever. So anyway, it's going to be self-service entry. All right, waiting for the monorail. Okay, so what do you think we're going to want to do today? What's on your to-do list?
Ride the train, eat gumbo.
Maybe Peter Pan if the wait's not too long?
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, both of our kids like that too, so we could always do that with them. Maybe Single Rider, Sourin, or Radiator Springs Racers?
Yeah. Okay,
let's see how many of those things we can get checked off the list. Maybe go in a couple of the stores where there's breakable stuff and we don't want the kids in there.
Definitely no kids.
Yeah. Oh, and Taro cold brew. Taro Mocha.
Right.
Him.
Yes.
Maybe walk the Galaxy's Edge.
Drink that on the way out. Maybe Galaxy's Edge.
Maybe. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot to do in a few hours, so we'll see which one of those things we end up doing. Alright, so we just got off the monorail into Tomorrowland, and I think we may head over to Fantasyland and go on Peter Pan, because it's at a 35-minute wait, and that ride is hardly ever below a 35-minute wait. So might as well just knock it out.
Yeah.
And then we have the rest of the day to ride the train and eat lunch and do single rider stuff.
Yeah.
And when we're waiting in line without kids, waiting in line isn't as painful.
That's true.
Right? And I grabbed a map, so we could just look at the map while we're waiting too.
Yeah.
After driving on the freeway all day, do you want to get back on the freeway?
No, thank you.
No? Are you
thank
sure?
you.
No?
I'm good. Yeah.
Okay, tell me in the comments if you think that they should rip out Autopia and replace it with something people would actually enjoy riding. Like adults would enjoy riding. I know kids like to drive cars. That's great. But what about the parents? Driving on the freeway is not a fun attraction. It's not.
Also, what's terrible about that is the steering is not responsive at all. So you're turning the wheel and it doesn't move, and then all of a sudden it slings you into the side.
It's,
so
yeah.
It's not good.
We just got in line for Peter Pan. What time is it?
10:03.
It's 10:03. The sign says it's a half-hour wait, which I feel like isn't too bad for this ride. So we'll see if we get on before or after 30 minutes. Is it still saying 30 minutes?
It says 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay. So we're in line for Peter Pan. That's going to be the first ride of the day, and then we'll see what we do next.
Yeah. Nice.
It kind of feels surreal to be here just like on a Wednesday. Like I'm just walking through, seeing like, you know, kids with their mouse ears on and everything, and just think like, this is just this is just a Wednesday. Spring break, that's why. Spring break crowds right now.
That's Peter Pan.
Our kids are not on spring break yet. A lot of kids are. Yeah, that's why we're here by ourselves. Our kids are not on spring break yet. It's been about 15 minutes. We're about halfway through the line, so I think the sign, as far as time, is probably fairly accurate. But I can see the boats that go in now on the ride, and I was just telling Ryan, I feel like this is a good ride for couples because you get your own boat. It's not like Small World where you're sharing with, you know, other families or whatever. Like, you get to ride together. Yeah. So while we're waiting in line, I decided to take advantage of the time, and as Magic Key holders, you can only have so many reservations. So I needed to wait until I could scan in here to make another reservation. We're trying to come back on Sunday, and it was completely blocked out. But as soon as I opened the app and went to make park reservations, it was available. So we're gonna be back in just a few days on Sunday. So when you're waiting in line, it can be a good time, like just refresh the calendar and maybe you'll get the date that you want. So anyway, yay, I'm super excited. So we're gonna be back on Sunday with the kids. We're here on Wednesday without the kids. We're gonna be back on Sunday with the kids. And then I think we're gonna be back that following Friday too. So yeah, yay, I'm so excited. We're getting closer, but it's actually already been a half hour and we're not on the ride yet. So it's taking a little bit longer than the sign said, but we're like really close.
It's gonna be fun.
Almost there. It's 10:43, so it's a 40-minute wait. 40 instead of 30. It said 30. We're gonna get the green and purple one.
We have to make sure we had the one that was matching your sweater.
Yes. I like the colors.
Exactly. There you go. Go ahead and give me a little roll down that ladder for you. Push up to make sure it's secure. All set, guys. Let's go. All right. Hey, all right, take this. Hey, come on in. Come on, everybody. Here we go.
Peter Pan's flight. What did you think?
It was good.
Pan's flight. Soar high above the rooftops of London aboard a pirate galleon on an adventure to Neverland. we're gonna walk through Galaxy's Edge. We're not big Star Wars people. Ryan has never walked through Galaxy's Edge. I've only done it once, and that was when Molly was younger and I was pushing the stroller trying to get her to go to sleep. So we're not Star Wars people, but we're gonna walk through it just because you wanted to walk through it, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
and
get some steps.
we're heading over to New Orleans Square. Okay, so while we're walking through Fantasyland, heading to Galaxy's Edge, and Jacob's going on this. Ryan, what made you want to go on Peter Pan's flight first, and was it as good as you hoped it would be?
It was good. Yeah, it was as good as I hoped it would be. I've been on it before, but it's been a long time.
It's Merida.
Say hi.
All right, if you know the movie Brave. All right.
Yeah, when I was a kid, we had Disney Channel. I was the only one in my family who wanted it, but we had it, and I used to watch Mickey Mouse Club, and I'm kind of that generation. And back when VCRs were a thing, and I had Peter Pan recorded, and I used to watch Peter Pan on a regular basis, and I just always wanted to leave where I was growing up, and go off to Never Never Land. So I would actually watch it like before school, and then I'd go to school thinking about, how can I get out of here? And so
That's funny.
yeah, so I've kind of always loved it, and it was a fun ride.
Yeah, it was good. It's almost hard to take it all in at once. If the line weren't so long, I'd jump back on. Yeah. When I think of Peter Pan, I think of like, never growing up, and kind of like that's in a way what it feels like at Disneyland. Like as an adult, it's like you can still be excited to see a princess, and you can still ride a ride, and
Yeah.
you don't have to grow up when you're at Disneyland.
Well, and that's men also. I mean, just all men. Basically, we're little boys that got older.
Okay, so we just left Fantasyland. So Frontierland is that way. We're gonna go this way, and that's gonna take us to Galaxy's Edge. Pretty sure I can already see some like Yoda headbands and stuff, so I think this is the right way. This is a really, like, if you do have little kids in a stroller, this is a really nice, quiet place to take them for a walk. Like this tunnel. Remember when I had Molly in here in a stroller? Like there was one dad just walking back and forth in the shade right here.
Nice.
Like on a hot day with these benches too. This would be a great place just to chill.
Yeah.
Get away from people. Okay, Galaxy's Edge, here we go.
It definitely feels different. Oh yeah. Yeah, Disney does decorating right.
Yeah, Disney is like over the top for sure. I don't think we're going on any rides in here. Ryan kind of just wanted to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna walk through today, I think. Heading to New Orleans Square, this direction.
Yeah.
Surrounded by bubbles. I think the stroller has a bubble on.
Yeah.
Going after bubbles.
Gonna go left.
Sure. There is a Cocoa Puffs cold brew I want to get sometime, but I don't need it right now. It's a little chilly out. Major sounds coming from that.
What's that?
Major sounds coming from that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think so far?
I kind of want to go to the bathroom just to see what it looks like in there.
Okay, that's,
We just passed it.
that's a thought.
If you're into Star Wars, this is probably pretty cool.
Yeah. Someday we'll go on the rides just to see if they're cool, even if you're not into Star Wars, but...
Yeah.
They're doing a droid race.
I mean, it's kind of the dystopian future kind of feel. Everything's rusted, and I mean, it's really cool. It's kind of like going to a Renaissance festival,
If you're into that
Where-
sort of thing.
if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah. I do want to come here just to eat sometime though. There's I think it's a quick service place that seems like it has pretty good sounding food, but mainly that, I don't know what they call it, but it's a cold brew with Cocoa Puffs on top, and I need to get that sometime. Not today though, I'm too cold for anything cold at the moment.
Yeah.
It's chilly, it's crazy. It's like a high of 60 something today, and on Sunday when we're gonna be here, it's like 80. You gotta check the weather and always bring layers. I'll have to have Ryan show off my hoodie later. I got this at Company D, and I have a video all about our Company D haul, so be sure to check that one out as well. But it's like my favorite color. I love it. A little bit darker than my favorite color.
Yeah, it's funny. Janie's cold, and all the people visiting here are in like shorts and t-shirts. And
are they? I see a lot of hoodies.
I see a lot of shorts and t-shirts.
I don't see anyone in shorts. Oh, over there. Okay. They must be from Canada.
Maybe.
Or something.
Our northern allies.
Yeah. Or Nebraska or somewhere.
Our friendly allies.
Okay, so I think we may be leaving. I don't know, maybe we're not leaving Galaxy's Edge. And then we're gonna head to probably one of my favorite lands in Disneyland, and that's New Orleans Square. I just love New Orleans. It's so much fun.
I love New Orleans Square, and I love actual New Orleans.
Yeah, because I love New Orleans Square because it reminds me of actual New Orleans. They did a really good job with it.
Yeah, Disney decorates right.
Yeah. This is a big land.
Yeah. There's some kind of spaceship.
Yeah. Has some smoke coming out of it. Even the trash cans are like, right?
Is that the smoke coming out?
Okay, so this must be the, looks like it's a 55-minute wait for Rise of the Resistance. I'm assuming that's the line right over here. That one, that seems pretty good actually.
Yeah.
That seems pretty good. Someday we'll come here and go on it. I don't want to wait an hour for it today.
Do they have a single rider?
No. No, they have, it's like the Radiator Springs Racers of this land. It's also not Lightning Lane. It's like the individual Lightning Lane. You have to pay just for the ride. So I would just stand in the line.
Yeah.
Or it's very popular at rope drop, but 55 minutes doesn't really seem too bad if you want to go on it.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we are going to come out in, it used to be called Critter Country. I'm not sure, Bayou Country? I think that's the name now. And that's where Winnie the Pooh and Tiana are. And then we'll head over to Pirates if the wait's not too long. Maybe I should get the app out and check. Okay, I'm gonna check the wait for Pirates. I think that's where we're gonna head next. Okay, so change of plans. The wait for Pirates is 40 minutes. And we decided not to go on it yet. We'll see if the wait goes up or down. We were thinking about getting on the train, and then Harbour Galley is where we were planning on eating lunch anyway. It's 11 a.m. and I'm like, you know what? It's probably gonna be less crowded if we just eat a little early. So we're gonna go ahead and eat now. We got a table in the shade by the water, by the rivers of America. It's actually kind of awesome. So Ryan ordered the steak gumbo in a bread bowl, and I'm getting the clam chowder in a bread bowl, and it's only $25 with my Magic Key discount for the two of us to eat lunch. I feel like that's pretty good, actually. I'm really looking forward to it. We'll probably get some snacks or something later. But yesterday, Ryan said he wanted gumbo, and we thought we were gonna go to Tiana's because you can get gumbo there, quick service. We didn't have a dining reservation. That's the only place I thought you could get a quick service. And then I was looking at this place and I'm like, steak gumbo. So I think, are you pretty excited to try steak gumbo?
I'm very excited. I grew up in Southeast Texas, which is about 20 miles from Louisiana. And so I've grown up eating gumbo, and I love sausage gumbo, chicken gumbo, shrimp gumbo, a mixture of all of it. And I've never had steak gumbo. So when I heard about it, I just wanted to try it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'll let you know how it is.
It's ready.
Yay.
It's ready. Okay, so I'm gonna give Ryan my phone so he can go get our order. Ask for some cups of ice water too, okay?
Okay.
If you go to any quick service location, you can just ask for a cup of water or ice water and they'll give it to you. It doesn't cost anything. So we didn't bring water bottles. We're just gonna ask for some ice water. And it's cool. I'm looking over at Tom Sawyer Island where they have Fantasmic in the evenings, and it's just gonna be really nice, relaxing Disney date lunch. You can see there's this nice little eating area. There are some tables up there closer to Harbour Galley, but just down from it, all these tables were empty. If you brought in your own food, like sandwiches or something from home, this would be a good like picnic type area to sit at, but it's really, really scenic. We have an umbrella over our heads, so it's nice and shady. It's just great. Great location. Probably a good idea to eat a little early or a little late as opposed to right at a meal time, and there'll be more tables available. And Disney ducks over there. I see the food. I see Ryan coming back with the food. I'm so excited. He has got his hands full. Another thing that's great here is the lobster roll. I've gotten the lobster roll before and it's really good. Big chunks of lobster. Whoa. 3 cups of water. My clam chowder in a sourdough bread bowl and steak chili. Wow, that looks like thick.
It does.
Or not steak chili, steak gumbo.
Yeah. It almost looks like chili.
Yeah. Chili would be good too. But as you can see, I took the thing off my ears and now I'm wearing these ears. It's getting a little bit warmer. I also noticed they have napkins and stuff just right there. So if we need that or salt or anything like that.
Oh, nice.
So just right behind me, right over there.
You want a napkin?
Yes, definitely. I can tend to be messy. I definitely want a napkin. This is like it's a big bowl of soup. I guess since the camera's pointed at me, I'll try the clam chowder first. So rich, like very, very rich. I taste a lot of cream. And potatoes. I taste potatoes more than anything. Got some clams. Very good. Like, I like it. I mean, no complaints. It's very, very rich. And the bread, like, I believe they make all the bread here. Like, over at California Adventure, you can actually do a tour of the bread factory. Can't go wrong with sourdough bread. All right, now it's time for the reason we're really eating here, and that's because Ryan's choice, and he wanted gumbo, and this is steak gumbo. Steak gumbo.
Steak gumbo. So I see a lot of potatoes, carrots. I'm looking for the steak. There we go. That looks like steak. It doesn't really taste like gumbo. Like, maybe a little.
Is it more like chili?
Or a stew. It's a stew.
So it's more like a stew. So if you were looking for actual gumbo, so are you disappointed that you got it, or is it good?
It's good. I'll eat it, but it tastes like a hearty, you know, Campbell's hearty stew kind of thing.
So you probably would have preferred going to Tiana's and getting actual gumbo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not bad, but
now we know. Lesson learned.
yeah. I mean, I wanted to try it. I'm glad that I tried it, so I would know.
Yeah. But it doesn't really taste like gumbo.
Right. It tastes more like stew.
Beef stew.
Yeah.
Want to try the clam chowder?
I want to try the clam chowder to see how good it is, because I do like clam chowder. So.
I have no regrets with the clam chowder. It's really good.
Yeah. No, that's clam chowder. All
Yeah,
the way.
it tastes
So
like
good.
clam chowder.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I wish I could. I mean, not that this is bad. It's just not what I was expecting.
You probably
and that's
wouldn't.
exactly what I would expect.
This is exactly what you hope it would be. That is not gumbo. As someone who knows gumbo.
I love gumbo.
Blue Bayou, Cafe Orleans, that's gumbo. Tiana's is probably actual gumbo too.
It's probably the same recipe over there.
Next time we'll eat at Tiana's.
That'd be good. Yeah, and there will be a next time.
Yeah.
Maybe without a screaming baby.
Yeah. You know, theme park. We're here without kids, but other people aren't here without kids. They're here because they have kids. So, you know, excuse the background noise.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try Ryan's steak gumbo. I told him I don't really like gumbo, and he said, but it's not gumbo. So I see rice in it. That makes me think of gumbo. Is this beef?
I think so.
It's beef, right? I mean, you know, to me it kind of does taste like gumbo. Like I can taste a little heat on my tongue, and with the rice, it just makes me think of gumbo. I would much rather eat my clam chowder. I like this better, for sure. Oh, and I think our background noise left. It's not always the happiest place on earth for everyone, especially when it's nap time. So, you know, it's okay. How do you like the sourdough bread?
It's very soury.
Yeah. I like eating sourdough bread in the same bite with my soup. So like I'll scrape out the insides with my spoon. We're gonna enjoy the view and eat our food. And yeah, I can see some people going over to Tom Sawyer Island right now. We'll probably see the Mark Twain riverboat go by in a minute. I saw it go by earlier. I think people are boarding now.
First American ship to circumnavigate the globe. American ship to carry the stars and stripes around the world.
I like the American flags on it. It just feels very patriotic.
The most famous landmark in this area is Tiana's Foods, built on an old sawdome and home to Tiana's Bio Adventure. Here, you might spot the latest flags of Princess Tiana's park.
Oh, here's some people coming back from Sourin Island. I almost always bring Ziploc bags with me when we go to Disneyland, especially with kids. I didn't today because I didn't bring like a backpack or anything. I just brought my purse, which is beautiful, by the way. I need to show that off. This is not the point of why I'm recording right now, but while we're thinking about it. I got this from Box Lunch. It's Sleeping Beauty's Castle. It's a Disney lounge fly. I love it. I think it's so perfect for days at Disneyland because Sleeping Beauty's Castle. Anyway. I don't have any Ziploc bags in there. If I did, I was just telling Ryan that like part of my bread, like I would just put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in my purse and take it with me to snack on the train or when we're walking around. Like I saw people in the sailing ship Columbia and they're like eating turkey legs on the boat, and it's like, you know, you can have snacks on some of the rides. So not Space Mountain, but you know, like a ride like a train or a meandering boat ride. So always bring a couple Ziploc bags. I didn't do that today. Need to do that. Oh well, I'll just have to eat it now. Okay, that's a wrap on lunch. I think we did a pretty good job. There's some bread left. I'm just too full to eat it. Okay. So our game plan is we were just talking about like priorities, and Brian had originally wanted to do the train, right? You wanted to do the train.
I did, yeah.
More important than that, what your priorities were Sourin and Radiator Springs Racers. So we're gonna hop over to California Adventure, do those two rides, get some Taro Mocha from Pim, and then come back over here and see if we have time to do anything else. Maybe look in the stores, maybe go on a ride, we'll see, but we're gonna go over to California Adventure next. Right? Yep. Okay. All right, we're now in California Adventure, and we're gonna go have our own California Adventure, which is every day of our lives, basically. But we're gonna go over to Sourin. The wait only says 40 minutes right now, which I feel like is pretty good, but we're gonna do single rider, so that should be pretty quick. Hopefully you don't end up on an edge.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna record on Sourin. I actually have a whole video of both versions of Sourin, Sourin Around the World and Sourin Over California. It is Sourin Over California right now because we're here during the Food and Wine Festival, and it's my favorite of the two. But I already have videos of that. You can look for those on my channel. I'll put the links in the description box. But we're gonna go on Sourin. Hopefully the ride doesn't break down this time.
Right?
When we were here, like February 28th, I guess, first day of Food and Wine Festival, the ride broke down for most of the day, and we weren't actually able to go on it that day. But yeah, you can see that in my Food and Wine video that I did, where Ryan and I's other date day, which was all at California Adventure. Right now, headed to Sourin. After this, I think we're gonna go to Radiator Springs Racers. Both have single rider, so we should be able to go on both of them today. Hopefully we end up on the same one, but if we don't, I guess I'll just meet you right outside, kind of over by Smoke Jumpers, maybe, the restaurant right there.
Okay.
We're just right outside near the sign.
Yeah, that'll be good. 11:46.
11:46, and we'll see how long it takes us to get on with single rider. It's a 40-minute wait for standby. All right, we are finally off the ride. So Ryan and I got separated. There are 2 theaters. He got sent to one, I got sent to the other. And you said it took you how long to get on the ride?
It was less than 21 minutes.
Less than 21 minutes. I think
Seated on the ride waiting for it to start.
when we were here on February 28th, when Sip and Savor Food and Wine thing started, it took about 20 minutes. Today, in the theater I was at, the guy was a little too efficient. He was really efficient. He was like going back into the line going, how many? Party of 3? Okay. So I'm like, the more he takes parties of 3, the less parties of 1 you need. So I waited 35 minutes. Standby was 40 minutes. And that was 35 minutes not seated on the ride, but watching the pre-show video. 35 minutes. So for me, well, considering you waited for me, we didn't save any time.
Yeah.
By doing single rider. We didn't lose any time, but we didn't save any time. I got great seats though. Where were you seated?
I was over in C, like the very inside seat on
the inside seat on the edge?
Yeah, so the far left one.
Okay.
Far left bank, I guess. Letter C, or whatever, row C.
Okay.
Closest to the inside of the screen.
Okay, were you top row, bottom row?
C is like the bottom row.
Oh, okay. Well, there's section A, B, and C, and then the rows are 1, 2, and 3. Anyway, so you were on the bottom row. I was on the top row, far right side, but middle section, so almost in the middle. They were great seats. I was talking to the lady next to me. She's here, like there's 4 of them that all did single rider, and I think she's the last one that was still on the ride.
Wow.
Because they all got split up.
Yeah.
But they're from Salt Lake City, Utah, here on vacation. And I'm like, yeah, my husband and I, the kids are in school and we're just here for a couple hours. So, you know, she's like, oh, I love that for you.
Yeah.
We'll be back on Sunday with the kids. So anyway, so we actually have to leave in like less than an hour, ideally. So we don't have much time left, but we're headed over to Radiator Springs Racers to do single rider. Last time I checked, the wait over there was over 100 minutes for standby. So I'm not sure how fast single rider would go, but I know they need more single riders on that ride than on Sourin.
So we're hopeful.
So we're hopeful. Yeah, in the end, it was me and another single rider sitting next to each other. So I feel like at some point the guy was just like, I need to let them on.
Yeah.
You know? So he just let us on. But yeah, we're in Carsland now. It has warmed up a little bit. I may need some cold brew before we leave. Now, if we're running short on time, we don't have to go back in Disneyland. We could just walk back through downtown Disney to get to
That's true.
parking. The Mater's over there.
Yeah.
Are you having a good day?
It's pretty good.
I know we wanted to do, so far it looks like we're not gonna have time to do the train. We're not gonna have time to do the train, and we're not gonna be able to look in many stores. But other than that, and Pirates. So there's definitely enough that we need to come back.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother trip. Do the train, go on Pirates, look in some stores, eat at Tiana's. That doesn't even involve going to this park.
Wait, what?
That doesn't even involve going to this park.
Right, yeah.
We chose Sourin and Radiator Springs Racers over all that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Radiator Springs.
Am I getting this part like
I have gotten on this ride in as little as 8 minutes.
Like that? Is that how you're
I know it took you and Walter like a half hour that one time, so it really just depends. It's a long line. It is spring break crowds. Okay, we need to cut through. Okay. This is a long spring break crowd line right here.
Single riders, you will be separated one at a time.
Wow, this is a long single rider line.
Let's just not even do this.
Okay, so we are gonna evacuate the single rider line. Okay,
Hey.
we'll call that about false start. I have never seen the single rider line almost out to the exit before.
Yeah.
We'll do that next time when it's not spring break.
Yeah.
Okay, so cold brew and look in some stores?
Sounds good.
Or if Pirates doesn't have a wait, go over there.
Yeah. Over here.
Okay, so we're gonna order the Taro Mocha. Unless you want to get a peanut butter mocha cold brew from the cappuccino cart.
I'll like Taro.
Okay. Ryan picks everything, so today we're gonna do Taro. Coffee! He's a coffee drinker now.
If you want to get the peanut butter one, I'll try yours.
This will be more on the way, I think.
Okay.
It is a 120-minute wait. It's a 2-hour wait for Radiator Springs Racers. We're just, standby is probably gonna be at least a half hour. We don't have time for that right now. I'm gonna place an order. Have you watched this film before? Okay, so this is the Mystic Taro Mocha, and it has boba in it and Snickers, and it is amazing. We each got one. So good. And then we got something we've never gotten before, as you know, they try to upsell you. They're like, do you want to add a Choco Smash bar? And I'm like, should we get one for the kids? And Ryan's like, or us. So this is a big candy bar. Like, my gosh.
Wow.
We may bring some home for the kids, I don't know. We're getting a knife for the candy bar. We're gonna try the Choco Smash bar. The biggest candy bar in the world, I think. It feels heavy. Let's see what's in it. Caramel, nougat, peanuts, chocolate, brownie. Brownie in a candy bar. And dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate?
Dark chocolate.
Alright. I don't know how I'm going to feel about this, but we shall see.
Let's dig in.
Yes, let's.
We're literally cutting a candy bar with a knife. Wow.
Okay. So that looks pretty good.
Let me see. I see the brownie layer. Wow. Choco Smash. Wow.
Pretty good. You want the first bite?
See the brownie? No, it's you get to pick Tay.
Okay.
You get the first bite. You get the extra chocolate on the edge. If we cut the edges off, we could wrap the middle and bring it home with us. Or we could just push it down this way. How is it? Is it kind of like a Snickers with a brownie in it? That's what I'm picturing.
It's very much like a Snickers with a brownie in it.
Okay, if you like a Snickers with a brownie in it, you'll like this. Can you cut a piece for me? Bite size? Wait. It says bite size on here.
That's like a whole bite size.
How is this bite size? It's not a slice of cake, it's a slice of candy bar. Brownie, caramel, nuts, nougat. It's just a healthy snack. What? Cocoa beans, peanuts, caramel.
There's like peanut butter on top.
This is really good. This rivals the Mickey macaroon. This might be better.
I like this better than Mickey macaroon.
Tim is one of our favorite places to eat. I don't know how much of this I can eat and drink the mocha. I'm thinking we cut enough and then we like wrap it in some napkins and bring it home with us.
Sounds good.
So instead of beignets today. We got a gigantic candy bar.
Yeah. You want another bite?
I'm still chewing.
Okay. Is that a no?
I don't know yet.
And calories don't count at Disneyland.
No, you walk so much, they really don't.
Or
like,
California
seriously.
Adventure.
They like, yeah, or California. At the Disneyland Resort. Well, if we were only going to go on Radiator Springs Racers or Sourin, I'm glad we did Sourin because right now it's Sourin Over California and that's like a seasonal thing. Radiator Springs Racers is always the same. So we can go on that next time for sure.
Yep.
We need to be at the car in 20 minutes.
Pretty much 30, yeah.
Sourin went up to a 60-minute wait. It was 40 when we got in line, so, I mean, I waited 35 minutes, so I guess if we were getting in line when it was a 60-minute wait, maybe it changed while we were in line. Maybe it did save us some time. I feel bad that we only did 3 rides if you count the monorail.
Yeah.
Plus we had lunch and a snack. Okay, there will be another, I'm like doing 2 because I'm like there will be like a part 2, but not really a part 2. There will be another day at Disneyland in probably a week or 2. Maybe next week, who knows? Maybe if California Adventure were our starting park, we could do Radiator Springs Racers first. Get like this for breakfast, and then go over to Disneyland and do like the train or something.
Yeah.
I needed to be honest.
Yeah.
One thing is you can tell from this video, you can have all the plans that you want. You heard in the morning when we were on the monorail all the things that we wanted to do today. And we're like, it sounds like too much. And you can see that really all we did was Peter Pan, we walked through Galaxy's Edge, we had lunch, we went on Sourin, started to go to Radiator Springs Racers and changed our mind, had a snack, and now we're gonna look in a couple stores and leave. Now granted, we're only here for a small part of the day. If we were here all day, we could have done everything on that list. But just know that no matter what your list is, you may have to be willing to pivot and change, especially if you're here at a crowded time like spring break. So have like, you know, some top priorities, but, you know, be okay with the plans changing or not being able to fit everything in. Make sure you do your absolute top priorities first. For us, it's kind of nice because it's just always we can come back. I love that about having a magic key. It's like, we'll just come back.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Married life. I love being married.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified about upcoming videos about Disneyland and other fun places worth visiting in Southern California and beyond. See you next time.